welcome to Unwrapped with your girl Helen. You're joining me from Le Dolphin Grand Paradiso Hotel in Rome. Today, my guest is a person who's been on radio and TV for a long time. She has definitely added to the Zambian music industry and entertainment industry as a whole. I'm talking about Ravishing. Join me on the other side as I chat with Ravishing. Welcome back. I mentioned that I'll be chatting with radio host Ravishing. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You're Ravishing today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Glad to have you on the show.
Glad to be here finally.
I know. We've been talking about having you on the show forever, and finally.
I've been trying to dodge you.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm good people.
I hope so.
Ravishing, I want to know where you were born, Lusaka or in the US?
Lusaka, born and bred in the capital.
You've never lived anywhere else?
In Z?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
I was born here. I went to school here.
Mm-hmm.
I started work here. I went to uni here. I started everything in Lusaka.
Which schools did you go to?
I started at Lusaka Girls at the time. Now I believe it has changed. It's now high school, but it was Lusaka Girls Primary. Then went to Kablonga Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Then university. That's UNZA, University of Zambia. Yeah.
What were you studying at UNZA?
Public admin.
Okay. Smart girl, right?
Smart. Yes. Yes.
Who did you grow up
Need
with?
something to fall back on.
Yeah, it's important. Who did you grow up with? Mom, dad?
I grew up mainly with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my mom and I have always been close.
Okay, I want to know where your dad has been, but where your dad is, why you didn't grow up with your dad, but we'll get to talk about that later on the show.
Okay.
Just now, I want us to take a break already. I want us to go on a musical break, which we're going to pick a video that we're playing.
Wow! Which video? There's something about the Chimwemwe dance video.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the energy in the video. Just watching it makes you want to try out.
Can you do the Chimwemwe dance though?
I've tried several times. I need to hear the song and then I'll be able to, yeah.
All right, let's check out My Africa featuring Dreams with Chimwemwe dance.
Chimwemwe dance, 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 Chimwemwe dance. Ema dansi ya kumwesu, apa nomba aliko, abakalamba na baiche, mama kwasa dobina, nika dansi ka paize bati, nobe wino kuwa kopela so, like 1, 2, kalete so, sunkana sukuma. Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance ya kumwesu, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, apakuchita so, katware kuraiti apakuchita so mami, apakuchita so, kalete kulefuti apakuchita so, apakuchita so, kalete lyoku ukashumbe ukapozi nginyoku, apakuchita so, kwenda kopanta nshepo takalapo kapose lyoku. Chimwemwe dance, 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 natusenda bakumayati twatwala kukombona titubasambilisheko nandikane iye na Chimwemwe dance aliko bashinandikane. Let's go. Okay, kumwesu twaliwa kompati bambi bashana akalela bambi bashana endende ule elo kumwesu ufuna kweno kubashana chingande apa nombe iliko ni Chimwemwe dance iwe isapa nomba tubalange efo tushana Chimwemwe dance. Bring it up DJ balangishe Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, Africa, Chimwemwe dance, bashinandikane, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance, mayatina komboni, Chimwemwe dance, Chimwemwe dance. Chimwemwe dance.
Chimwemwe dance, 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 chimwemwe dance.
Kubala poshize, tieti balangize, amadansi ya paize, umayadi na kugeto. Kubala poshize, tieti balangize, amadansi ya paize. 1, 2, 3, go.
Chimwemwe dance, chimwemwe dance, chimwemwe dance, chimwemwe dance, chimwemwe dance, chimwemwe dance.
Sugar sounds. Oh yeah.
Jazzy Boy Production, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey Majesties, you are watching Unwrapped with your girl Hellen on TV2. Stay good. Mwah.
Welcome back. So that's Chimwemwe dance coming through from Africa featuring Dreams. We need to try out the Chimwemwe dance later on in the show.
We have to.
I've been trying to learn, and it's like everyone I come across.
I always miss it somewhere. I miss it somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, Ravishing, we were just like talking about your dad, but I think I want to start with you're married?
Yes, I am. I am married.
How long have you been married?
3 years now.
Nice.
Yes.
Children?
I have one son. He's 1 year 8 now.
Yeah.
So very soon he'll be turning 2 in October. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, he's such a handsome boy.
Yeah. Who's your husband?
My husband is Pumuyani Mkandawiri. Yeah. I met him, when I was still in my teens.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
It was one of those on-off, childish play, kind of house.
Yeah. Then eventually,
we started communicating more, and we thought, let's give this a try, and it worked, and now we're married.
Seeing that you knew your husband, you were friends when you were like teens. Did you date in between your husband all the time you were off on? Was it so easy? Did you know, like, teens, yes, we're playing or what? We'll probably get married. Was it that easy?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, trust me.
Yeah.
You know when you're growing up and you have a crush in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
That kind of thing?
Yeah.
And he was my crush.
Oh, okay.
Not knowing that it was mutual, you
Yeah.
know? So he had come to, I met him at, my auntie used to stay at a block of flats. So my auntie's neighbor was his aunt as well, so he came for holiday, and we used to play together, and this guy's quite interesting. And we started to know each other, and had at the time I wouldn't even say date, you know, it was just getting to know each other. Oh, you're really nice, I'm 14, you're 13, that kind of thing.
You're really young.
Exactly. And then they moved, and also I moved on, was still at school, and after school started seeing other people, but we would still communicate, but not for the intent to marry and whatnot.
Oh, so is it true that you dated radio presenter Batsy?
Yes, I did. That was way back.
Yeah, Batsy looks like a lot of fun. What happened? Why did you?
Bugsy was a lot of fun, you know. I'm not sure. I think the whole distance thing also came in between us. At the time I was in Lusaka, he was on the Copper Belt. So distance, I think, had a major role to play with everything. So in the end, communication kind of just, you know, phased out, and we both moved on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jason Kudue, my workmate, did you have something with him as well?
With Jason.
Yeah.
You heard?
I heard. These are just rumors. I'm just trying to confirm the rumors.
It was a long time ago. After university, in fact, whilst I was still in university, I started working at Joy FM. So whilst there, I was a radio host, did a bit of content management, and he came through as an internship for the newsroom, and that's when we met. we clicked on certain things, and we went steady for I think about 2 years, and then in the end it didn't work. It just didn't work.
Then you went back to your teen crush.
Then I went back to my teen crush. Yes, he was always there. So.
Great stuff. I would love to know if you said you grew up with your mom mainly. Where was your dad?
My dad was around. My mom and dad. What it is my mom and dad didn't get married. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my mom had me at a really young age, and at the point my mom had me at the time in her life, from what I've been told, they were not really at a point where they wanted to settle down, and even if they did, someone had already been picked for my dad. Mm-hmm. So my mom just moved on with life as a single parent with me, and my dad married someone else, but he has always been around in the picture. My dad and I are not so close.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because he's not always been there for me. When you need that father figure growing up, you're going to school and your friends are all coming talking about their parents, their mom and dad, and what their dad did and what their dad does and everything. I knew quite alright the basic. Mm-hmm. I knew a few of my cousins from my dad's side, my uncles and my aunties, but the in-depth details on my dad's end, I knew my grandfather obviously. But getting to know him on a personal level and having that interaction as father-child, that bond is what I really didn't have growing up, because at the time he had his own family. Yeah. And like I said, he had to marry someone else that was picked for him at the time. Although I do have a half brother and 2 sisters, and we get along quite well. Okay. Yeah.
Did you ever at some point get your mom and you just want to have somebody? Do you ever? Okay, who was your father figure? Let me ask like that. Did you
my
ever...
father figure was my grandfather.
Okay.
Yeah, my grandfather, whom, oh my goodness, Dr. Mwalula, he's late now. Mm-hmm. That was my father figure. I had a number of father figures, because from my mom's end, there was my mom's brothers. Yeah. There was my uncle, my mom's other relatives, distant relatives and whatnot that had come through. So for me, I had a number of father figures. I looked a lot to my uncles, and especially my immediate circle of family that I had growing up. So my grandfather was key figure, and I to this day, he was my grandfather, he was my father, he was everything.
Did you ever at some point feel angry with your dad? Like, look, you're not part of my life, and did you ever think he would have done more to get to know you?
I feel he could have, but he probably had his reasons that made sense to him but don't make sense to me. And at a very young age, yes, I did have some times where I was angry and didn't understand. But then as you grow and experience life, then you get to understand certain issues. So it's not that he didn't want to get to know me. Even to this day, if I call him, the first thing he'll be, "Hey, my baby girl." He has so much pride, and he's very proud of, some of the achievements I have made and the level or the woman I am today, and for the key events that have happened in my life, he has been there, but I feel it's only been because he has to. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like, how would I put it? It's not like I got that blessing, that fulfillment that he has to be.
Did he walk you down the aisle?
No.
Oh, okay.
My dad didn't walk me. So for me, I have a few reservations, but I think he has his reasons. He'll be on the show maybe sometime later. You can ask him. Yeah. But although now growing up and having a child myself, I understand certain things, and I really want, because I know my son will face me with the same questions I faced my mom, At some point, my son will probably come to me and want to know his grandfather. Yeah. So I am making an effort to try and change my son's future and make sure it doesn't repeat itself and he doesn't get to know his grandfather like I didn't get to know my dad.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to kind of bridge that gap and make sure my son gets to know my dad's end of the family, my dad's.
Yeah.
So the effort is being made slowly but surely.
Okay, great. You're married for 3 years. Has it been easy to balance your work? You're a public figure, and it's not always easy to balance your life when you're in front of the camera or you're on radio talking, when you're doing your gigs. Has it been easy to balance that? Has your husband ever felt insecure? Say you're emceeing a gig and you're looking all nice. Has your husband ever said, maybe you should change careers?
Never.
Maybe indirectly, directly?
Never. But I think every guy has some insecurities.
Yeah.
Every guy, much as they don't come out and show it. But my husband has always been my number one motivator.
Yeah.
Even the times we were not dating but still communicating, he would encourage me to do certain things. When I was at Joy, there was a few ideas he pimped into my show. He'd always encourage me because even when we met and when we started dating officially, this is what I was doing. He found me in the industry, so he knows what it comes with. And he's also a very outgoing spirit, very outgoing, very social, and we click on that level. So he's been very understanding, motivating, supporting. If anything, most of the things I'm doing today are because he's pushed me to go there. The time I was nominated for ZMA, I had no idea he had actually started nominating me.
Yeah.
Until, he passed it as a comment to say you should take part and whatnot. And I felt it was too new. I was too new in the industry.
Yeah.
Who was going to recognize me? But he pushed for it, you know what I mean? And I got a nomination.
Yeah.
Even when I started BNB, he was the one to say, go ahead and give it a try. Even that was him. When I started radio again after my child, it was him who said, look, if we have to balance things out and look after the child, when you have to do something and I have to do something, we have to balance it out. You go do your thing, I'll look after our baby. He'll go do his thing and I'll look after the baby. That kind of communication. So he's been very supportive, always pushing me, especially when it comes to the industry. He's always pushing me to reinvent myself, reinvent my brand, do something different. He's been a very clear sounding board for many of my ideas that I want to do.
On that note, we take a break. We've spoken enough, right?
We have. I hope so.
Alright, so we're still watching Unwrapped. Take a breather. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So I'm still chatting with the beautiful Ravishing, and I hope you are enjoying yourself. Are you?
I am. It's not so bad.
Okay, I want to play a game with you called Crush and Wraps. Okay? So I'm going to give you 3 names. Whatever I ask you, just pick from the 3 names that I'll give you.
Okay.
So you know Elkanah from Zula, who plays
Yes.
Tando in Zula. Yes. You know CQ, right?
Yes.
And you know Kaladocious, right?
Yes.
Who do you have a crush on? Minus the 3.
None.
No, they come in none. It's a husband. It's a game, and that may be in another.
So you said
word.
Elkanah, CQ, and who?
Kaladocious.
Kaladocious is my bro. So no. Tando has nice eyes though. Like the first time I watched Zula, that's what struck me. His eyes, CQ.
So which one? Crush.
Okay.
Tando
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you date?
Who would I date? Tando.
Who would you marry?
I don't think any of them are.
Who would you marry? Just say the name. Who would you marry?
Wow.
You have Kaladocious, you have CQ, you have
CQ's
Elkanah.
been married before, right?
Yeah. Who would you marry?
Elkanah.
Okay, so it's Elkanah 03, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for playing Crash and Rock. How's work going? You're now hosting the breakfast show on Radio Phoenix. How's that going?
It's going good. It's excited. It's fantastic. Believe it or not, the whole time I've been on radio, and I started radio in 2005.
Wow.
I had never done a breakfast show. So this is like my first breakfast show, and to be actually, breakfast is big.
Yeah,
you know,
it
so
is.
to be put on such a platform and people notice that you have certain skill or talent that can match up with such a show, it's been really humbling, and I'm excited about it. Every day is different. Every day it's more up pace,
Yeah.
you know, because you have to be up to date with everything.
Yeah.
You need to know what's happening every single day.
Yeah.
You know, whether political, social, economical, you know, lifestyle. You just need to have that info up close on your fingertips, you know what I mean, and not speak from without, because you have a whole demographic of people that are listening, and you want to relate with all these people at the same time. So it's been quite a challenge, but very, very interesting. I have a good co-host that makes it okay.
Nice. Alrighty, just now we take another musical break. Pick a video.
Don't Lead Me On.
Okay.
Tishon, I love that video. My goodness, I love that
One
video.
of the most asked for video on this show.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's check out Tishon T-Boy.
It could be the way you talk to me, the way you come running back to me, wakakukaribia umakamba kuti ndine mzako chi, and I understand, oh my baby, vintu vina vene umachita umapitirira malire, kumbuka ndine muntu naine. Don't lead me on, ngatsundikon sobeleshe wa mutima umazonda chinikanga kupisa mafiri yanga, so baby ngati usiba kuti sunikonda. Don't lead me on. 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 Yeah, my hug na my kiss, my picnic please, my selfie, my likes na my picnics please. Uliwe unga kuli bebe ya meninga. Will you stop ngat kuli bebe ya meninga? Ni chani che umeninga when you come to me. Gonna kiss me, tease me, and private dance for me. You can be real. Vintu vina vene umachita umapitirira malire, kumbuka ndine muntu naine. Don't lead me on, ngatsundikon kusobeleshe wa mutima umazonda chinikanga kupisa mafiri yanga, so baby ngati usiba kuti sunikonda. Don't lead me on. 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 Don't lead me on, baby. Huko niko ipa mtima, umabwela na kunyumba wa kusiba. I see you texting on your phone, calling somebody else, your baby boo. Yaja my video calls, unilangiza vintu pa video call. Nishi uvipanga dine butiko. Don't lead me on, better let me know. What do you call this? Nakukonda, do you notice that the facts in my combat don't mean you have abused that? What exactly do you want from me? Now I wonder if you have any feelings for me. Don't lead me on, ngatsundikon sobeleshe wa mutima umazonda chinikanga kupisa mafiri yanga, so baby ngati usiba kuti sunikonda. Don't lead me on. 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 Don't lead tisunikonda kusobeleshewa mutima umazonda chinikanga kupisa mafilingi yanga so baby ngati uziba kuti sunikonda don't lead me on.
Cho. I and I. This is King Dandy Crazy. You're watching Unwrapped with Hellen. Wawa. Choo.
Welcome back. So that's Tishon T-Boy with Don't Lead Me On. We've come to the end of the show. I hope you had a great time.
Already?
Yeah.
You have nothing else you want to ask me?
Are you sure? Okay, so
No.
I think now I want you to talk to your fans. Just look into that camera
Okay.
and just say your last words.
What am I saying? Anything?
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for always being there, supporting the industry especially, and the new talents that comes through in the industry, whether music, whether radio-wise, whether TV-wise, and for always being there for my girl Hellen and this show. And yeah, continue watching Unwrapped, and you can catch me every Monday to Friday on Radio Phoenix 6 to 9 with Len, alongside Len in the morning. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alright, so this has been your girl Hellen on Unwrapped. Hope you've enjoyed the show and hope you've learned one or two things from our guest today who was ravishing, and hope you have been entertained as well. Remember to like our Facebook page, Unwrapped with Hellen, follow links to our YouTube channel so you can watch this episode as many times as you wish. From me and the entire crew, it's bye-bye.